My name is Bongani Mooketsi from the Rand West region of which is the West Rand of side of Gauteng. I am from a small area called Zuurbekom, which is considered as a rural settlement, and that's how I got introduced to the NARISEC because of I was living in that rural settlement. And NARISEC program, it's a program that focuses on providing skills, character building skills, which is both soft and hard skills training, and also it transforms the youth from rural areas from just being job seekers to become job creators. And I was part of the NARISEC. I joined NARISEC in the 2019. I was the part of the second intake, which I was then saw a post that was circulating around the area, around areas which were rural areas, were classified as rural areas. And that's when I started to know about NARISEC. Funny enough, I didn't want to apply. I was actually convinced by other people, community members, to say, no, there's this learnership that has just came out, so can you apply? And then I did apply, and I applied. It was already late by the time I applied. I think we were only left with 2 weeks with the selections to start. And when upon my application, I was notified after a week to say I've been successfully been nominated to come for an interview. I remember the interview was taking place in Randfontein licensing department, and after those interviews, there were actually two things about the post. There was 10 traffic officers that were requested, and also another for pharmacy. And unfortunately, I got an opportunity to do a traffic officer's course, and that's how my journey started. From then, and then we were later informed to say we are requested to go for a training in Free State, and that's when my journey started. We went to Free State for a training which was for LYDP, which is a youth leadership development program. And when we started there, it was coordinated by the South African National Defence Force military, where we started with our medical assessments and to check if we fit enough to continue further with the training. Because then later, after medical assessments, I was one of the groups that were actually being transferred to Kimberley, Northern Cape, to a military base, 3-side military base, to do the intensive training, which it was also about. It's about leadership. It's about leadership, and that's what the difference about NARISEC with other programs is that it focuses on character building and leadership skills. And usually when you start with NARISEC, you start with those leadership programs. So with mine, I did it at 3-side battalion, where we were taught massive discipline. In the military, it's about discipline. That's one thing I've realized. We were taught about discipline. Leadership training, it's all about discipline, and that's one thing that we were taught of in the military base. It starts from how you carry yourself. Cleanliness is very much important. How you interact with other people, respect, problem-solving skills. That's what we were taught in the military. I remember one of the activities that we used to do from point A to B. When you're not supposed to be walking, you actually run from point A to B, and you wake up early in the morning around 4, where you have to clean up your bungalow, because that's where we stay. It's called a bungalow, where we stay about 60-something people, students in that hall. They call it a bungalow in the military base. So discipline is of much prioritized in the military base, and of also in the NARISEC program, because of that's what they actually focuses on, to say it's about leadership and character building. Before an individual can be able to participate in the economy, firstly they must be able to carry themselves, and those are one of the things that we got an opportunity to be exposed to. I remember in the military, there's a certain way how you make up your bed. You don't just make up your bed. There are certain millimeters that are calculated when you make up your bed. Your cupboard, there's a certain millimeters on how you even pack your clothes. So the discipline was on a very high level, which also prepared us mentally and emotionally to start with our program, which in this instance I was taken for traffic officers course. So that's where I started in the military base of leadership program. Training, I was taken to MTTC, the Mpumalanga Traffic Training College, where I did my training there in Mpumalanga. The difference about the military and the training of traffic officers is that the military focuses about leadership, and the training at the college focuses about character, because then character is more about cultivating certain traits of how you should your behavior should be guided. And my training as a traffic officer is about character, because when I start wearing this uniform, it's no longer about me, but it's about the badge. So it's a character that I always have to wear each and every morning. When I wear, it's a different Bongani. It's no longer the same Bongani that is off the uniform. So traffic officers, because it was about that, we went there in 2020 when we did started our training. Unfortunately, we were disturbed by the COVID, and then it was later suspended to start also in 2021. So I completed my diploma, traffic diploma course in 2021, and I was then declared as a qualified traffic officer, which we were then handed over by the NARISEC program to the municipality to say, okay, the people that we have promised you that we will be taking them to training, they are done now and qualified. Then we were handed over to the municipality, which then the municipality, I'm permanently employed right now as a traffic officer, and as an authorized traffic officer. I've been working for about 2 years now. It's about 2 years now in traffic officer. So everything, I am so grateful for what that's how my journey started with NARISEC, and how post to my working environment it has went so far. I was recruited by NARISEC program, which is the National Rural Youth Service Corps. It focuses on the youth of from rural areas, to recruit them to become and to participate in the economy. So I was recruited in 2019, second intake, where I applied for a traffic officer's course, of which we were then taken to a training, YLDP training, which is a youth leadership development program. I was then employed by the Rand West local municipality, working as a traffic officer. And as you can see me here, I'm on duty. We are conducting a roadblock on the R28. If you can see behind me, there are computers, and there's also an administration working here, which they are responsible for the administration of offenses and notices that are being given to infringers, or rather the motorists. So when we are here, we are stopping them to pay, so that they will be able to pay. I think this is a system that we are using in the Rand West to be able to say, so for the effective way of people to be able to pay their fines. So that's what the administration is responsible about. And also we are checking there, if you can see, there's my colleague also there. We are checking the disc. We are checking the disc of the motor vehicles, the roadworthy of the motor vehicles, to see if are they roadworthy. And the most important thing about checking the disc is that the disc must correspond with the number plate. So when you check on the disc, there's a number plate. It must also correspond with the number plate, and also the validity of the disc. So those are the very important things that we are checking. And as we were checking that, the administration also, they are checking if the vehicle is owing or not. So if you can just come up with me, I'll be checking some vehicles here. Oh, stop! We are checking the, also when I'm here, I'm checking the tires, if they are still on roadworthy. The tires, also the disc of the trailers. I'll just make an example of one vehicle. I am. The number plate, we check the number plate. We also check the disc, if the number plate corresponds with the disc, and also the validity of the disc. And if they are valid, if they are fine, then the motorist can proceed. So that is what we are doing here. We do it every day, from Monday to Fridays. We are doing this thing, this roadblock. I'm part of the roadblock task. The roadblock unit, I specialize with roadblocks. So this is my job day to day, and this is what I do. As a traffic officer within the fraternity, there are a lot of challenges, honestly, because now you have to deal with people each and every day. You interact with them, in fact, and that's one fraternity that is one of the most challenging one. It's easy from when you're looking from far to say, but these people, they're working very nicely, but it's a very challenging fraternity. Interacting with different people each and every day, meeting different behaviors, we are so much exposed to danger. But with the leadership program that we were actually introduced to by the NARISEC program, starting from the military, it has equipped me so much because we were taught how to be emotionally intelligent, how you should respond to other people, how do you respond to social issues or even to the relationships that you have with other people. So it's all about that, to say you must be able to interact with other people and how you even present yourself, because that's about leadership. Some people, they might treat you bad not only because of they are bad, but maybe I might have presented myself in a very wrong way. So the leadership program, that's how it has equipped me to say I must be able to present myself. It's no longer about me, but it's about the uniform. So yes, the NARISEC program has changed my life drastically, I must be honest. I mean, from being just an individual from the community, and now having an opportunity to contribute to the economy as well, and also to the community at large. My life has not been the same ever yet. I've always said that the NARISEC program has been a bridge that has taken me from darkness to light, because of everything that I've ever since after the program. It has been amazing. I mean, how I think, how I do things, and even how I see things. And it's only partly because of the NARISEC program. So it has changed my life so much. I mean, even personally, there are things that I can be able to buy for myself now. There are certain, even help my family with certain things, and all thanks to the NARISEC program. And I would actually advise others to say we shouldn't take such programs like NARISEC for granted. I mean, given our social issues and economical issues in our country, NARISEC is one of those programs that we still have, that we can still at least put our hopes on, to say there's still such programs like this one, that they still believe in the youth, that they still believe that the youth should be developed, particularly from rural areas, because that's where the information is usually not, I think, maybe enough in. So the program should not be taken for granted. I would urge actually everyone to say, whenever you come across NARISEC program, please be advised that try to find more information about the NARISEC, because it's not only just a program that focuses on development and skills, but it's also employment. So they provide transferable skills. I think that's one most important thing to say. There's one program that they do their research firstly before they can provide any skill, to say which are actually skills that are scarce, and then once they identify that, they then recruit people to say there are these certain skills that we need to actually train people, and then afterwards, then those people are going straight to a workplace. So it's one of those programs that we actually, as a country, we are still holding on to, and I just hope that they do even more to others. I'm NARISEC, and NARISEC is me. Thank you.